Hey guys, welcome to Old Fashioned Ways. We're about to do our bourbon haul for last month. And so let's start. Since last time I saw you guys, I was able to travel. I got to go hunt at different areas I don't normally get to hunt at. And with that, I got pretty lucky. I got to find a lot of good stuff. Also, of course, with the community out there, you guys are always super helpful helping me find stuff. So let's jump into this one. I'm going to start off with few weeks ago, I was in the Cincinnati Open with my family. It's the first time we've ever gone to a tennis event. I like Wimbledon. My family really likes the rest of tennis. So we decided, hey, why not try a smaller event, see what it's like, and do that. Well, since we're in Cincinnati, we're just a hop skipping away from Kentucky. So I got to go to Kentucky for one day and one day only, right? So let's start there. On the way from Kentucky, I got to stop at New Riff. So, of course, if I'm at New Riff, I'm going to pick up the distillery only, Silver Grove, and I got a rye and a bourbon. On my last live, I gave one of these away. And so tonight, I'll probably be giving away the other one as well. Staying at New Riff. Oh, well, this one actually, they helped me get. Matt and Gandy Road, they helped me get these. So this one I didn't pick up because it wasn't there when I went. It was already sold out. But they were nice enough to help me get one and hand deliver this to me. And I think maybe I really want to try this one, so maybe I'll set this aside and let me know. Is this something you would like me to try tonight? Also sticking with New Riff. So the whole reason I went to New Riff was for this bottle. Plan to go in there and just walk in, pick up a bottle, and then maybe pick up a bottle or two and walk out. But this bottle was a special bottle. It was for they're doing it to help charity. So a lot of the money that from this bottle went to a charity. So I did manage to get one on the lottery, and I went and you had to pick it up at the distillery. But I knew I was going to be there in a few weeks, so I went ahead and did that as well. Another one I grabbed while I was there is this single malt. Oops, it's very with that gold lettering. Sometimes it's just hard. There we go, single malt, and it's a sour mash. Not one I've tried yet, but maybe one I need to try some pop open sometime soon. All right, now right next to New Riff, there's a cool place that you get to try. Was it Party something liquors? I've been there once before, but of course, when I was going out there, Dave Vogel said, "Hey, I need to make sure I stop there." One interesting thing that I didn't know about that, if you've never been there, so a lot of places over there can actually sell. They have liquor. They sell liquor, right? But they have bars, and I didn't know this one had a bar in the back, and they actually had a really good selection in their bar, and their pricing was not bad. So my daughter and I went back there. We actually had a pour of Berkeley bourbon and a pour of King Kentucky, and I think both of those were under $100 combined. You know, a lot of times I'll find one of those pours for more than $100. So great place. If you ever get to stop there, go check it out. But I did pick up some bottles while I was there. I picked up this one. Where's the other one I had? On this one. So these are store picks. They have a lot of store picks. I got their rabbit one here. And the reason I got the rabbit one because they did have it on sale. Rabbit Hole, I love their art. I love their distillery, but I'm not as crazy about their juice.
That's juice. Juice?
I need to try it again. My palate has changed since I first tried it. But when I tried this one, the one that they picked, actually it hit me well. And I said, okay, I'm gonna give it another try. I also have this High West cask strength. And this one is a selected by them, but it's kind of cool because it's a blend of whiskey and bourbon. Even though it says a straight whiskey mix, the guy that's in charge of it that actually helps select this says it's pretty much a burr rye, so a High West burr rye cask strength, without having to pay for that high price that they sell their burr ryes for. So good pick. Actually, this would probably be one. I'm gonna put it here because I think it's one that we might pop open tonight. I had this little sip of it there, and I really did like it. So moving on. So we did go and head back into Kentucky, head down into Kentucky, and I got one day there. Well, while we are there, I of course had to visit a Wild Turkey. I went to the distillery. Great place, great place. I've not been to the. They opened up their new area, so you can visitor center. You can go check out. I had not been there before. I did go down. I mean, it's 9 in the morning, and I did have a pour of Russell Reserve 15. So when I was there, I only got one bottle while I was there, and it was this Wild Turkey. It's a private selection. This is one that they have at the distillery only. It's picked by them, but he was telling us something on here that was special. I think it was the warehouse.
Something very special.
And the warehouse on here is TYB. And the guy, so I did that morning, We did one of those, pours, a flight pour, kind of history on it. It was a Russell Reserve flight pour. I was hoping to get a Russell 15 on there, but they didn't do that. They did a 13. When he's saying that he believed that some of these bottles were done. So after his little presentation, after we tasted everything, we went down there and he said, "This is the bottle. If you're gonna grab one bottle, this is the one to grab." So I did grab one. Haven't tried it yet, except you see how it's a little bit down. It actually leaked on me on the way home. So let me know. Maybe this is one that we'll also try tonight. Continuing on, we did go to Jim Beam, and I had not really been there before. Jim Beam is not a product that I go look at on the shelves a lot, don't try a lot. But what actually got me to go is I do like Little Book, and I didn't realize that was a Jim Beam product. And so I said, when I looked up, where's Little Book made? And it was Jim Beam. I said, well, let me go check it out. So I went and did one of their tastings, had a good time doing that. Actually, let me show you. So when I did the tasting, this is the mat that all the tastings were on. Oops. And so these are all the things we got to taste. The cool thing is on here, you see this, it wasn't the regular version. It was actually their special one that they had. And we'll be talking about that in a little while as well. So one of the things I did pick up, they had just released the Hardin Creek. The Hardin Creek was there on their shelves. It's 11-year corn whiskey. I did do a review on this. So a review of this will be coming out pretty soon. Since I just mentioned it, let's talk about it. This is the Legend Yamakaze. I kept calling it Kamikaze. Yamakaze. And it's a cask finish blend, and it's beautiful presentation on it. And it's also signed by the master distiller. This is amazing bottle. I did have, as I said, that night they did have a pour of it, which made me go buy it. I probably would have not bought it at that moment if it wasn't that we got to try it that night. I haven't done a review on it. I don't know, maybe I should, or maybe I should just, on one of the lives, pull it out, share some samples of that. We'll talk about that later. Now, some of you are probably gonna make fun of me for this one, but I did get a Basil Hayden.
Must be so embarrassed.
Well, I know how much Major Zero loves this bad boy, especially because of that belt. I just think he's jealous. I think he wants a belt buckle like this. But it was also signed, and it is also a 10-year one. And that's the reason I grabbed it. I wanted to try it, the 10-year one. I haven't had Basil Hayden since I first started drinking. It is, a lot sweeter. But a 10-year one might be a little bit different, so well worth the try. Also from that distillery, they had put out the Baker's 13. So I got another bottle of Baker's 13. I had a bottle last year, popped it open a few lives back. I enjoyed the pour. Now, is it much different than the regular Baker's? I don't know. I think I'm going to need to do a blind with that and kind of see, maybe do a blind with a few Jim Beam products and try that. Now, I went there actually to go get Little Book, and I actually didn't get the Little Book. The reason I didn't is because, as you can see, I got all that, and that was all in one trip in one day, and I'm not even finished yet, right?
All done.
You're not done.
Maybe I am. Oh, no, I had Bargetown after this. So I have to figure out, how am I getting all this stuff home? Plus, they were telling me that it was better to pick this up than to pick up the Little Book because this was a lot more limited at that moment. And I know I'm going to go back up in a few weeks for KBF, Kentucky Bourbon Festival. And they said they can't guarantee it, but they're pretty sure it's going to be there. It was there last year, so I'm pretty sure that I'll be able to find it there as well. My last stop for the day is Bargetown. So we got quite a few Bargetown bottles that we grabbed. Make sure that I'm not repeating them. And oops, let me see which ones are not facing forward. There we go. So these are all the Bargetowns. I did grab one while I was up there. Some of them are interesting because, like this one, I had seen way before. It's something I really wanted to try. Let me see if I can get that focused. And I haven't seen it since. I should have grabbed it the first time. I didn't. It was there. I didn't want to miss it again. I keep hearing really good things about it. This one I did open on my last live. It's a single barrel. This one was a different single barrel, but I believe it's so they actually had two single barrels. And so if you want to do their program and buy a barrel, you can, but I think they're sold out for the year. But in their store, you can actually go, they have a barrel to purchase. So you can actually go buy it. And this is actually part of the barrel that was there to purchase if you wanted to do that. So I just had to try it. And of course, I did their small batch. They finished. It was a good pour. I had it there that day, and it was something worth trying, and I really enjoy it. Now, I'm pretty excited because Bargetown did have their new release now, and the release is the wheated, their Origin Series wheated. We got to try a barrel of that when we're doing their tour, and it was barrel proof. Oh my God, that thing was a banger of a barrel. So I can't wait to see what they come out when they do that whole bottle and bond. I know it's been released at the distillery. It's probably somewhere up north, but it hasn't hit my area yet. Can't wait till that comes down here. Bargetown, their black label bottle and bond from last year is one of my favorite pours. I do use that sometimes when I just want to kind of a daily to kind of a warm, but I use that all the time. All right. Now, where are we going? Where are we going next? I'm just going to start, going through the rest of the bottles I have here. So far, That was all one day in Kentucky. Now, I guess I can go through the ones that I found when I was in California. I was out in California for a D23 event. I did pop this open the other day. I got a Joseph Magnus Nancy Pick, the cigar blend. Great bottle. Shared a lot of it that night. Look how much of that. And then afterwards, I did have a cigar with Natividad that night, and we got to share that together. So that was a good pour and a good cigar together. Also, while I was over there, let me see, where is it? The Wyoming. I got this Wyoming 10, another Nancy, both Nancy's, a good Nancy pick. I really did like this one. I did a review on it. So if you haven't seen that, go check out that review. I also picked up an Old Forester 117 when I was out there. I have another one. I don't have the rum finish. The reviews on this one haven't been as great, but the 117 series are kind of fun to have and try. So I did grab this one while I was out there as well. And I think that was all when I was there. All right. So I'm just gonna go through the rest of them and show you what else I have. We're coming down on the countdown. This is one of those that you're probably wondering what it is. It's called Lazy K Bar. It's a bourbon. It's aged 8 years. It's a celebrity whiskey. Yeah, another celebrity whiskey. But people are saying it's actually a good pour. And so I want to try it. I haven't done my review yet. I'm setting that up so I can get a review done on this. But it's the gentleman from Yellowstone. He did this Montana bourbon. They did it for Montana to represent the Lazy K Bar, the ranch out there. Maker's Mark. I did get this bad boy, the Heart. I still haven't tried it. As you can see, I haven't popped that open. It's one I do want to try, so I think maybe I'll keep it on the side. Maybe it's one that we open tonight and pour out. It's something I'm not going to do a review on it because there's plenty of reviews out there already, but I do want to get that one. Now, here's something that's pretty special to me. Early times, you're probably wondering, why is that special to you? Look at the top. Dave the man sent this to me. I immediately opened this and compared it to a regular blue top. That's all I can find. I did a little blind with my daughter HRH on it, so we'll have a video of that coming out soon. It's a fun pour. It's something that was worth. I'm so glad he sent it to me because it was worth trying the black top to see was there a difference or not. So if you want to know what I thought, you'll have to check out my video coming out pretty soon on that. So I'm going to show you two, and I did pop these open on the live the other night, but these are two that when I was in Colorado I grabbed. This one is the Bacta 1928. It's a store pick. And this one also, Art of the Spirit, and this is a cigar one. And they're both store picks, and the store picks for Discount Liquor is the name of it. But Whiskyer, if you watch him, he's a gentleman online that also does. He goes bourbon hunting, and he has a lot of fun. I like his videos. He reminds me of Major Zero. A lot of fun when they do it, and he helped pick these, so that's why I have these. Very, very candy-ish, very like, so I would say this is a dessert whiskey to try. It's fun. And this one, actually, the other night when I was doing the cigar, I did try this with the cigar, and the sweetness of this with the cigar was actually very well balanced. I did like that a lot. And not to be that had the cigar with me, and he actually liked it a lot too. So that was interesting. I also got myself a little baby Weller. I had not seen these around. I don't drink a lot of Special Reserve, but it was too cute to pass up, so I did grab that one. Now, these bad boys. I did grab one of each, the 2024. I am surprised they're in my area already. I had seen them when I was traveling. I thought about picking them up, but I didn't have room and luggage to actually bring with me. I came back home, and a week later, they were actually here. As you can see, they're both popped open. HRH and I did a blind with them. And then we had some fun. Everybody says that you mix them, they taste a lot better. And we did do that. And so if you want to see what we thought, check out our video coming out pretty soon for that. It was a lot of fun. I also did pick up another Joseph Magnus. This one is 272. I got this one. I can't remember where I picked this one up at, but I did pick up. Anytime I see these for a good price, I'm going to pick one up. It's just such a good pour. They're all so different, and I do really like them. So I did pick it up just because it's such a good pour. Now, this one is another pick from Barrel Outlaws. I got a Woodford Reserve double oak pick from them. I have a pick from Barrel Outlaws, and I also have a pick from the bourbon, New Braunfels bourbon. And so I'm probably going to just on my own taste them side by side and see what the difference is. Maybe even compare it to a regular double oak. Double oak has a good place in my heart. It's got what's got me started on old fashions, and these are how I started doing old fashions to begin with. So really do enjoy them. Here's a non bourbon I picked up.
It's not bourbon.
There we go. So I picked this up because a lot of people are starting to finish in Calvados cask, and I wanted to know what is Calvados, right? So I want to know, what is Calvados cask? Give me 1 second. Go ahead. Hi, love bug. I love you. I'm doing a live right now, but I'll call you afterwards, okay? Hi, love you. All right. Sorry about that. That was my granddaughter. She had to say hi to me. And anytime my granddaughter wants to say hi, I'm going to take the time to say hi to her for sure. So I wanted to get one and try it so I know, okay, what are they trying to impart when they're finishing these casks? And so I grabbed a bottle just to try it. I meant to do that sometime this weekend, but I forgot I had it until right now. So later on tonight, I might pop this open. I'm off tomorrow. I might pop it open tomorrow, just kind of start tasting what a Calvados tastes like. All right, we're coming down to the last ones. One that you already know about, another pick from Barrel Outlaws, is the TX. I just did a pour of that, doing a giveaway of that as well. I liked it. It was a good pour. Tastes a little bit young, but TX, I haven't had very much of their whiskey. I remember the first one I had was very vanilla forward, so very sweet. So this was very different from that, and I do appreciate that. I did get this. It's Maker's Mark. I got it at the store here, and it's called churros, right? I don't know. Who doesn't love a churro? Like we go to Disney, we like the ones there. When you see them around, you have to try it. So it's one of those. I don't know if I'm gonna pop this open and taste this, or if I'm gonna do this as a giveaway. I think it'd be a fun giveaway because I don't know if you guys get that kind of flavor in your area. So let me know if you guys don't kind of see this on your shelves in your area. This probably will end up being a giveaway instead of me popping it open. But I just thought it was fun, and why not? Why not grab one? Another Maker's Mark I did manage to grab, and this one is, you can see, SLB Drinks. So I am a Patreon of them. I'm actually on the lower end of it. I'm not pretty high up on theirs, but this one made it all the way to the bottom, and I grabbed it, and I grabbed it just in time because a few minutes later it was already sold out. I have not popped this one open, but it's Kent's pick and something that I haven't had any of their picks yet. So very interested in trying to see how they pick. Down to the last two. This baby I just picked up this week. Pretty excited about it. Got it for MSRP. It's the Jack Daniel's Twice Barrel. It's not the new one. It's the 2023. The new one hasn't come out. But I've never had one of these. So pretty excited because it's on my list of things to try. I have tried the Coy Hill only because of Shane, but I've never had a bottle of it. But I've never tried this one, never had a bottle of this. And so pretty excited. I have a bottle to try for myself. All right. Last, oh no, I got at the almost last. I have one more that I was gonna show, but I forgot about these. Garrison Brothers. So I got two Garrison Brothers. They're both single barrels. The reason I got these is for two reasons. One, this is a single barrel cask strength, and this is Balmorea. Now, if you know me, I'm not a big Balmorea fan. It doesn't have the color of it, but it's because it's actually a pick. And it was picked by, it was an online, where did I order it from? I can't think of the name of it, but it's one of those places online that you can order. They always charge a little bit more. But the single pick, the cask strength of the Balmorea was a special release by them. And I didn't pick one up. It was just, at that time, I didn't want to spend the money on it, and I'm not a big fan of it.
Not a fan.
When I found it again, I said, no, what, I need to try it. Now, this one is the reason I also got this one. It's kind of the same reason. This is a single barrel. This is a pick by them, but it's their pure honey. So it's their honey finish one, and it's also cask strength, which was also another one that was actually a special release that they did have. So something I just want to try them, see how they taste, see if I like the cask strength Balmorea better than I like the regular one. It's one of their most popular. It just doesn't hit my palate well, but hey, you don't know until you try again, right? All right, now last but not least.
And last but not least.
Last but not least, I did pick up this bad boy, the Wild Turkey Master's Keep. I got this, did a review pretty quickly on it. I think the review's out already, so if you haven't seen it, I do have that out there. It's an interesting bottle. I do like most of Master's Keeps. I did not like last year's, but I need to go back and try last year's again. They told me that it opens up really nicely, so I just have to do that so I can try and see if it opened up for me. It was that rum finish one. But this one, it's always, they do a great presentation. This bottle is like stuck in here. I have to like set it down on the ground and put almost a foot against it to get this out, which is good. I'd rather it be stuck than the fall and break, right? So there you go. That's my bourbon haul. So what do you guys think, right?